makes a lot of difference. But people forgive Virgin for not having some of those things because they love them so much. And that's the real value of it. So the point of all this, let's bring it back to something vaguely related to the internet, which would be good at some point. What we try to do at Django is create digital experiences that people love. And that is the biggest thing that our customers are asking us for today. Because when price, product, delivery, all those kind of things, so whether you're a retailer, an airline, a media company, when all those things are kind of the same, what separates you out from the rest? What makes people actually choose you? And this is the answer. So the analysts certainly in Europe and the US have been writing about experience-based differentiation. EBD, if you want. Also stands for electronic brake distribution. But anyway. But it is the thing that makes people fall in love with software, with websites. And making those experiences richer is actually key in this. So the way we develop those experiences now has kind of changed, if you like, because of some of these tools that are now available to us. So I'm going to play a little bit of video, which I quite like the lights down, actually. I was told we were on Romanian time, so I didn't need to start until about 10:30. I don't know how true that is, but or how awake you are. I'm going to play some loud music now. You just dim the lights for me, is that right? Ah, probably done myself. Should have probably done myself. Thank you. Didn't get a round of applause, but I didn't expect it to, so that's okay. Those are some of the technologies that are available that have started to change the way we think about interface design. And in fact, maybe started to change the way we think about what we actually build, which is interesting. But it's also opened up a whole new world of possibility to really mess things up. Because a lot of the features that you see, there's a lot of use of, for example, 3D. We have the ability to animate pretty much anything we want. We can data bind anything we want, so we can take objects in the user interface and link them up to databases and content that sits in file systems and so on. So one of the things that really we've had to do is slightly change the way that we design and build these things. I thought I'd just sort of walk you through some of that. And I was researching this, and I found a little piece of software called FTGIMP. It's for creating animated GIFs. And it's got brilliant feature called flaming logo. If anyone's used this, but this is what it does. Great, isn't it? Do you like that? I expect to see every website you produce in the next year use that. It's very reminiscent of an advert that IBM did back in the 1980s, 1990s. So just because you can do something, it doesn't mean you should. And we're as guilty of that as anybody. So about a year and a half ago, we started working with these tools, WPF, Windows Presentation Foundation. And in the session I'm going to do after this one, I'll talk a lot more about some of the reading technologies that this relates to. But one of the features that we put into this reader was the ability to look at the news in pictures. And it's very nice. It's a good little feature. People love it. And it's one of the most successful features of the application. But it didn't start out like that at all. I haven't got a picture of what it starts out like, but it has gone down in mythology. Because we made it in 3 dimensions. We created a sphere, a great big ball, and we put all the pictures around the sphere in 3 dimensions. We allowed you to go in, let us go out, zoom in, move around, look up, look down. It was fantastic. The designers loved it, the developers loved it, the client loved it. The only problem was, nobody could use it. They sat and stared at it, wondering what on earth they should do. So we were very disappointed, actually. So we worked on them a bit, trained them how to use it, but that wasn't the right thing to do. We actually took it out, and we created something that was much simpler, and actually much more effective, and much more in line with what users needed. We were very sad about that day. Microsoft were very sad, the Daily Mail were very sad, and but anyway, that was the right thing to do. The point was that the 3D didn't add anything to that experience. In fact, it just made it harder. So because we could do something, didn't mean we really should have. So that airline I talked about, this is their website. It says, "Hello, gorgeous," on it, which is nice. That's quite appropriate. It's very cheeky Richard Branson. That's all right. Does it look in place here? I'll just do the translation for it in case Does that work? Well, it works for the women in the audience, I guess, but not the men, sorry. No, it doesn't, I don't think. You might think so, I don't know. Lufthansa would think so. There are but a lot of my jokes, I'm very sorry. I don't mean anything personal, they're a good airline. But what's right for one user isn't always right for another. And what's right for one brand isn't always right for another either. So just doing this stuff because you can isn't really right. So we have a process for keeping projects on track. I'm going to walk you through it very quickly. Another internet thing for this is the old version of Radio Gorilla, I guess. I'm going to take a quick vote in the room. I'm going to ask you, out of these 2 radios, which one's the better one? Don't vote yet. They cost the same amount of money. They're by the same manufacturer. The Radio B is a retro design. It's a modern version of a very old and very popular design that's lasted for 50 years. It's bound in leather. So what do you need to kind of help you make your mind up on that one? I'll tell you what, I'll give you a feature list. This is the list of the things that they do. So Radio A has 12 wave bands, digital clock, alarm calendar, dual time zone. You can adjust it for summertime or daylight saving time. And it's got a key lock, and it's very lightweight and compact. The other one weighs about 1.72 kilos. It's coated in leather, and it's made of wood. Okay? So, let's vote. Who likes Radio A? Okay. And Radio B? Whoa! My word. It's a very interesting cultural experiment actually doing that. Before we get on, how many people in the room call themselves designers?